everybody? Welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am here to talk about that Kraven the Hunter trailer that released yesterday. Now, Sony. You know, how am I just like literally? It released yesterday on Monday. The day before, I had watched Across the Spider-Verse for the second time. Loved it. That movie is so great. I mean, you know, I now maybe will say it's better. I still don't know if it's better than the original Across the Spider-Verse, but I mean, Into the Spider-Verse, but it's fucking close. It's the greatest animated film I've ever seen. Animated film. Not the greatest animation film, but it's the greatest animated film because the animation styles was just so amazing. Coming off of The Flash, and superhero movies in general right now, the last 3 superhero films I saw were great. I had a good time in. Okay, I don't know, great. Flash, I had a good time with The Flash. I loved Guardians 3. Loved Across the Spider-Verse. So, my last 3 experiences have been pretty good. And Sony is on a high right now with this movie. This movie's making more money than people expected, you know, with Across the Spider-Verse. And so, of course, somehow, some way, just like I believe the Morbius trailer, the trailer for this got leaked for Kraven. And then they just put the trailer out. Like, I don't know if this is a tactic or if it actually got leaked. It's hard to tell. But, yeah, it got leaked and then they just put the trailer out. So, now we got this Kraven the Hunter movie. First of all, I hate Venom. Okay, I don't hate Venom. No, I hate Venom. I hate Venom. It ain't Venom. It's not Venom. It's not the comic book. It's not even anywhere close to the essence of what Venom was. So, I'm not a big fan of those movies. Although, I will admit, seeing a live-action Carnage in the sequel was fun. It was fun, and it was kind of cool. But overall, I'm not a fan of those movies. I'm not a fan of this Spider-Man-less villain verse they're trying to do. Because everyone knows that this is bullshit. Like, every movie is a cash grab. Every movie that's more than $200 million is a cash grab. I hate to break it to you. I know you think whatever movie you love, whatever movie I love, like, no, it's telling us no. If it costs more than $100 million, it's a cash grab. Technically. Okay, it's not just a cash grab, it's other things too, but it's still a cash grab. Because when you get into that level of money, you're looking for a huge level of profit, which means you're looking to make money. They're not just putting this out as a piece of art. But so every movie is, but no movies encapsulate cash grab more than these fucking movies. Morbius was so stupid. It didn't even have to be a movie. Like I don't know when it got announced. I was like, why? Like, sure, it'd be cool as fucking Morbius happened to be a villain in a Spider-Man movie, but oh shit, that's awesome, dude. I haven't seen this character on the big screen, and it's pissing me off too, them doing this Kraven movie and they did the Morbius movie, because I'm like, these characters could have been really fucking good Spider-Man villains for the next Spider-Man that we could have introduced and had them actually be done well and play off of Spider-Man, because so much of these characters' iconicness, so to speak, especially with Kraven, is playing off of Spider-Man. So them being set on trying to make this universe without Spider-Man because they don't want to share the profits with Marvel, and they know they can't make a good, like, outside of the animation world, they know they probably can't make a good live-action Spider-Man movie without the MCU's involvement, because the moment they try, the fans will rebel, because regardless of how many people, what people think of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, guess what? He's still #1 worldwide. But so they don't want to fuck with that. But they still want to be able to make their money without having to share it. So they came up with this whole villain verse thing. But I digress. The reason I rambled on about that for so long is because that is more interesting than this trailer. This trailer is literally like a fucking, it's the most generic shit ever. Outside of it being R-rated and some of the brutal kills, dude, this trailer is silly as fuck, dude. And I'll never get over it. I can't get past how Kraven gets his powers. He got his powers from a random lion bleeding on him. What? And then they have this whole thing, villains aren't born, they're made. I'm like, what? Where have I heard that line before? I've heard it somewhere, I don't know where. And dude, like, to me, this entire thing looks generic. It looks generic, it looks paint by numbers, it is just and the thing is, it could be awesome, but like, them giving him this weird abilities that he can communicate with the animals, I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? No, he is Kraven the fucking Hunter. He doesn't give a fuck about people. Sure, he'll hunt a person, an interesting person, maybe. Kraven is a predator, is literally the predator on Earth. This dude hunts people. He hunts animals. He hunts big game. He doesn't give a fuck. He is all about being an apex predator. And they made him this dude who talks to animals. They basically made him Land Aquaman. That's what they did. They made Kraven Land Aquaman mixed with a little bit of a Black Panther with him jumping on walls and shit like an animal. I'm like, oh my god, dude. What the fuck is this? I literally got done watching that trailer and was like, what the fuck did I just watch? This is a thing. Like, Sony, stop. Stop it. Stop. It's okay. You needed Marvel's help to get back on to get the faith of fans, because I'm going to tell you right now, if they didn't go with the MCU, no one would have watched Amazing Spider-Man 3. I don't care what you think. No one was watching that movie. It was going to bomb. They had to reboot it. And now they're doing this shit. But unfortunately, Venom made so much money, even though Morbius bombed, Venom still made a ton of money, so it's still one of those things where they're like, we'll see. Though, I have not heard any announcements of any other Venomverse movies, so perhaps this movie will bomb. I don't want to root for a movie to fail. I don't. Even the Flash movie, all the shit I talked about Ezra Miller, I didn't root for it to fail. I was like, you know what, if it fails, well, he fucking deserves it. If it succeeds, I just hope that they still recast him. But I kinda don't want this movie to succeed. Just so he can drop this shit and stop doing it, because it sucks, okay? If Morbius is and I believe this was directed by the same guy who did Morbius. Like, he did Morbius and then he started doing this one. So it's like, really? We're doing this again? And then the color palette is just so bland. Everything about this movie looks kind of bland outside of some of the more violent stuff. And I'm expecting this to be like Morbius. I mean, it might be worse. I mean, it might be slightly better than Morbius because it's going to rely on a little less CGI. So it might be slightly better than Morbius. But by that, man. Kraven, man. And it really hurts me more is knowing that Marvel has tried to get Kraven in the MCU for years now. Kraven was potentially, before before they settled on it, like, you can look it up. Ryan Coogler wanted Kraven to be a villain in Black Panther. Now, either Black Panther 1 or 2, but he got vetoed by Sony. So, also, they wanted him to be the original concept. Look back at it, and I would like people to look back at it. For No Way Home, it wasn't called No Way Home at the time, but for the third Spider-Man movie in the MCU, was gonna be Spider-Man being hunted by Kraven. It was a concept. It was out there. You can look it up. It was gonna be that. But then things shifted. They decided to go with the multiversal thing, and then they started bringing people in. But initially, Kraven was set to be the villain of Spider-Man 3. So, like, the vibe you get is, essentially, Sony wanted to make this solo movie, so the MCU wasn't able to introduce Kraven as a villain in Black Panther or in the third Spider-Man movie. So, like, in the end, fuck Sony. They're still screwing stuff up. Even though they got Spider-Verse going live action, blah. Anywho, thank you guys for the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.